We got beer.
We do.
This is post Stonksy Boy. Not so. I just kicked the tripod. Not so super pack.
Yeah, and I was telling Ryan a story. Now, we all know that social media analytics work such that if you are searching for, or exposed to, or interact with enough
of the same type of shit,
they'll feed you more of it. And if you don't know that, be aware of that. You're in an echo chamber. Be good to yourself, please.
Yeah, because
it's important.
They'll give you bad stuff if you're constantly looking and into and interested in learning about stuff that is heavy on the mind. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, man. I have a great Twitter timeline because I keep all that stuff off of it, with the exception of what I'm about to tell you about right now.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about this for a minute, because we had a couple beer, and this is the kind of thing that is important for us to talk about in this sort of state. You got to learn. It's good to be informed, right? But if you can't shut it off after that, because mentally you can't, then maybe you should make some attempts and strive to sculpt your feed in a way. And Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, TikTok, all the YouTube, all the major social media platforms, they have advertising filters, and you can click the little 3-dot thing and show me less of this, or I'm not interested in that. And then they ask you why. It's not relevant. I've already purchased that product. I'm not into it. It's in a language I can't understand.
It's a scam.
Yeah. Do answer the appropriate question, and it'll start to sculpt your feed. Or, and I don't like to say block anybody or whatever, but people block people all the time. I'm sure CCO's blocked by lots of fucking people. Usually we swear lots.
I block literally every advertiser I see on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
100% of them.
You start getting advertisers for just shit that you're just not even.
I get cars now, and it's the most broad. It's the broadest advertising regime you can imagine. Block them all. You know who's on my block list? Toyota, Honda, Ford, the U.S. government, fucking everybody. I block them. If you ad on my shit, I'll block you.
I'll block the hell out of you. Well,
if you boost a post, I'll block you. You pay money so I see your shit, you're blocked. I'm liberal with that block, but it's awesome. My Twitter feed is amazing.
Oh man, that's the greatest.
Except for, I still see tons of stuff about how Tergrid is not allowed.
You do this thing for a minute. Something's bugging me. I'll tell you when I come back.
Okay, so Tergrid, as we all know, has been long thought to not be appropriate for casual EDH, which, depending on your meta, sure. And I've got a Tergrid deck that I flipped over from a Gisa zombie lady deck. And what it is it's just the same deck with a bunch of Liliana.
Ghoul Caller Gisa, right?
Ghoul Caller Gisa. It's got zombie tribal, Liliana tribal, Tergrid at the helm. It just gets me some value for my Liliana discard pluses, right?
Yeah. Oh, mother ass.
It's fine.
No, well...
What?
There's a collage of pictures behind the camera, and I fixed one of them. My kid jumps on the couch, and he knocks the fucking pictures crooked.
Oh, now they're crooked.
Well, no, it's straight, but the sign underneath, by order of Board of Health, Division of Rat and Termite Control sign is crooked.
Yeah, well, it's because you straightened the one. Now it's crooked. Now both of them were crooked, and now you can just tell that the other one is crooked. Life sucks, man, I'm telling you. It's a never-ending battle.
Just gonna...
So the point is, I keep seeing all this Tergrid is not viable, and you know what I'm thinking? You know what? Fuck it.
Fuck them.
I'm going all in. And not only did I build a Tergrid deck that is the Tergrid deck that you're afraid of playing against, I went so hard into it, it's shields down. Nothing but Tergrid. All the time.
Just all multiple discard everything?
I don't fucking protect myself. I don't block. I don't counter. I don't remove your shit. All I do is make huge amounts of mana, play Tergrid, and then make you sack and discard stuff. That's the whole thing the deck does. It plays Pox. It plays
so you're telling me
all is dust.
You went in on Tergrid, but you didn't do anything to protect her?
No, I just went all the way in on her.
So why do you do this?
I think and I'm convinced of this. It'll never be on VDH, but when EDH opens up here and we can play in real life, I think that it's going to be pretty fun to play like a shields down arch enemy game. I think that's going to be really cool because it's like I'm trying to win with your stuff, but my deck legit has no way to protect itself.
Well, you know what I say. You know what I say about like graveyard strategies, and when you're all in on something, if you go all in hard enough,
it gets around to the.
Yeah, you get so far behind that you think you're first again. Like when I play, like we were just talking about this on CCO 243. When I play Hogak,
yeah,
I graveyard hard enough that if you remove my graveyard, I'll just graveyard some more.
Yeah.
Right? I'll just graveyard hard enough that I don't give a fuck that you bajuke me. Right?
Yeah.
Bajuke me. I'll just graveyard some more. I don't know.
And maybe it's a thing, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the reaction to it. Because it's just such a... It's not like, oh, it's so douchebag. It's so strong. But, like, I played all these, like, ridiculous cards. That
Path to Exile.
Oh, shit. Now I have to pay 7.
Wait, do people play Path to Exile still? Is it efficient enough?
It does cost 1. And it does net them a land. So I don't know.
I don't know. You could use that land to maybe...
I mean, you could play it for free if you just
in your mono black deck. If you didn't have swamp, how are you ever going to pox? We're trolling a little bit, obviously, and we're being hyperbolic to the max. But it's like, yeah, if there's no shields and people run removal and the format's getting efficient. And when you lose Tergrid, you don't have to give back the shit that you stole, right?
Nope, still mine.
Okay, so you're just playing somebody else's deck. So this is literally just a blue clone and steel deck.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
Except instead of counter spells, you're running removal, and you're far more commander dependent than a mono blue clone and steel deck.
Oh shit, yeah! If my commander is not out, this deck sucks. It sucks.
At least when it was Ghoul Caller, Gisa, Liliana, Tribal, at least you had like 6 or 7 Lilianas.
Yeah.
And
I have a bunch of zombies.
And Ghoul Caller Gisa is like a good card.
Yeah, but now I don't even have that. Like the deck is awful without Gisa, and without Tergrid, and I'm pumped about it. And I went.
Isn't there an R in there? Tergrid,
Tergrid. I don't know. I don't care. Hell
is not what the deck is.
Well, it might be, but Hell is also the name. It's the name of the lady in Norse mythology, and it's the name of where she lives.
What?
Is that confusing?
That's not real, is it?
It is. Hell and Hell. Hell lives in Hell, which is the Norse version of Hell. Hell with 1 L lives in Hell with 1 L is the Norse version of Hell with 2 L's.
Way to be original, hey? It's like, didn't the Vatican trademark that shit?
Well, yeah, that's why it's only with 1 L. Come on, dude.
Oh, man, you gotta protect your shit.
Yeah, but the moral of the story is, I've gone so hard into this deck that I think it's still going to actually be casual while being the thing that everybody's afraid of, and I'm very excited to check it out.
You know what? Like, if you're playing targeted or even mass discard, generally not regarded as the most powerful strategy in Commander. Mm-hmm. It's just not like burn or like aggro. When you're making every person discard 1 card and you're spending a card or 2 cards to do that.
And they get to pick the card?
Yeah, it's not that powerful. And when you can't protect it, like what is one of the things that makes CEDH? Protection and interaction. Mm-hmm. And if you're not running those things.
And I'm not.
And you're very Commander-centric.
Oh, baby. Although, to be fair, when this deck wasn't Tergrid Hell, it was Gisa. And let me tell you about how Gisa definitely could make like 23 mana with like 4 lands. Yeah.
Oh. I think I need some chips or something.
Agreed.
You want some chips? Let's get some chips.
For burr.
For burr.